Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm with Jeremy today and we're going to do MuseScore. So, what's MuseScore? Jeremy, what's MuseScore?
I don't know, Daniel. I'm just kidding. MuseScore is a program that you can get for free to score your own music
Nice.
and write your own songs. And it gives you the ability to make sheet music for people to read and perform and stuff like that.
And again, guys, it's free.
Free, Free. Let me get back in the frame here. There. Free.
So, with that, we're going to show you where to go and show you how to use it. So, stay right there. So, we're at the website. So, we're going to go to musescore.com. So, MuseScore.com. So, you will go to get started, but yeah, we go to get started. And here we go here, it says free download. And for those of you guys who use Mac, yes, you can use it for Mac as well. Since we're on Windows, it's automatically give us the window option. And you can go down and read more and see the highlights that Jeremy had also pointed out to you. And here's extra. We got piano, guitar, orchestra, jazz, chorus, and band. Come on, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah. And more. They should put more on there.
Yeah, they are working for more, so they got a lot going on for them. So for you guys, just go free download. I say thank you.
Thank you for using or downloading MuseScore. It will start in now.
And then we hit save file. Since we already have it, so we're going to hit canceled.
And then you'll follow, I guess, the prompts. It leads you to install it. It's pretty straightforward. In fact, if you do what I do and just keep hitting next, it will eventually get you to where you can use it without even worried about it. But
Yep. And like I said, just go to download, just click on download, and here's your Mac, people. And those of you guys use Linux, here's the Linux section as well. And of course, Windows.
yeah, everything's on Windows.
And they even made a handbook, which is awesome. And you just go here to download and print. And if you're a different speaking, of course, language, they have that here as well.
I didn't realize they had that many.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. Man.
Yeah.
So click on the one as you are more comfortable of reading in your native language. Just click on it, and you can just download it. But since we're all English speaking at the moment here, so we use the English one. And once you download it, it'll look like this, the little handbook. And all in PDF format, and you can just read it from there. If you're the type that really don't wants to read on your PC, as in like a PDF file, like folder, you don't have a software that can open PDFs for some odd reason, let's go back to the web. You can also read it on the web. As we see right here, this is everything that's in the handbook. Mm-hmm. All I got to do is go where I want to go, where I go to get started. And it's here, I say installation, Windows, all that stuff. Okay, on Chrome real quick, so I can go past Chrome. And here's about the new score, start center, create new score, all that jazz. And all of this is going to be on the PDF as well. So you can do the web version or the PDF. So let's start MuseScore, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Once you started, well, actually, I'm going to let Jeremy. No, I'll finish real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You hit the start center. As you can see, we got Jeremy's test score and a few others. So it's not our first rodeo. And down here, where I'm clicking at, here are YouTube tutorials that they have. And you can also do it on the web version as well. And this one right here, the one page, interactive tutorial. I can tell this is pretty useful, and you guys will have a PDF version of this as well. Once on the links below, of course. And you just download it and look at it. Just in case you can't get this and you want a sheet of paper version of it and not a web version. So, no further ado, Jeremy's going to take over.
Okay. Well, okay. So we have MuseScore here, and I'll start off by saying that if you don't know anything about music, the goal of this is not to teach you necessarily how to write music. It's good to have that knowledge before you start using MuseScore, or you can actually use it to learn how to as well. But I will be assuming you will have some basic knowledge of what notes are what when you're using this software.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to create new score, and it's going to pop up the title. Let's just call it. I'll let Daniel do the typing.
No.
Okay. I'll type. We'll call it Jeremy's Another Test Score by Jeremy. And you can list all this. I will note that you can edit this later. This does not have to be decided. If you don't know the name of the piece that you're writing, don't worry about it. You can just hit next. What I'm going to do for simplicity's sake is use the Grandstaff. Grandstaff is generally used by piano players. But they also, if you notice, have some templates here for organ, for voice and piano. So you're doing a song where someone is singing with the piano. Just lots of different string quartet. You get down here and say there's lots of different things. But right now, for simplicity's sake, I am going to use the Grandstaff. And what that will do is open up just a general piano score. So here we have the key. Again, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to choose the key of C major, which is no flats or sharps. If you are a piano virtuoso and love playing flats and sharps, you're welcome to write one on that. I will tell you that I do generally go about to here, and I generally go back to here, and that's about as far in the sharps and flats that I go. So I'm going with C right now. I like F. F's good, too, with one flat. But let's go to C. We'll hit next. That's time signature. And time signature is basically the top number is how many beats there are in a measure. And the bottom one tells you how many, what note gets the beat. 4/4 is 4 beats per measure, and a quarter note will get the beat. So there'll be 4 quarter notes per measure.
Nice.
That's why you could also do those little complex ones, 5/4. There's 5. That's really complex. We're going to go with 4/4 right now. So then you'll click finish. Here you can set the number of measures. You can set the number of measures here. Again, you can add those later. So don't think you have to have a set number. I'm just going to stick with 32 because I'm not going to write 32 measures of music for this video. But we hit finish. Voila. There I am. Okay, so let's look at a couple of things here. This is the Grandstaff. If, for example, you want to add some more measures, you could do that by clicking Add, insert one measure, or you can click and add 900 if you would like.
Oh, God.
The layout is another thing that is more advanced. When you're ready to print, you can worry about the layout.
Yeah.
Let's start just by writing music. And I'll get to this stuff up here in just a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to write is row, row, row your boat. And at least the first couple of notes of it. So let's do this. The way you insert notes is you can either press the N key on your keyboard, or you could press this little note input icon at the top. And right now we have the quarter note selected, which is what we want. So we're going to go I know this is fun and exciting. All right, so let's see what this sounds like. It's probably doesn't sound like what I think it's going to sound like. So you exit notation mode by pressing either N again or selecting the N, and then you press play. Sounds like a row, row your boat to me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very straight. Row, row, row your boat. But there you go. We have row, row, row your boat. Let's say we want to add some chords to that. We can do that by going to notation mode, and it's in the key of C, so we'll just go to notation mode, exit notation mode, and we have that there. So it's real easy. I should explain the way you enter notes is just very easily by left clicking the note you want. You select the note, the type of note you want at the top, and you just left click where you want it down here. And one of the cool things about it is if you're out of notation mode, you can select a note and let's say, oh, I didn't want that to be C, I wanted it to be E. You can use the arrow keys to move your note up and down. I believe you can also do that by just clicking it and moving it with your mouse too. So depending on what style of user you like, whichever more user-friendly for you, it is very versatile. You can do many things different ways. Let's say we have this and we would like to add an instrument. And let's say we want piano and we want a violin or something. Okay. So, I won't say violin, that's in a different game, but you go to Edit, Instruments, and this will pop up. And let's say here's piano there. So we want to add, let's add a vocal part. And I'm partial to tenors, so we'll do tenor. We'll just click Add. And you'll see there's a tenor part added. You press OK, and what that does to your score is adds another line. So we want the tenor to just go on it. Then we'll we'll put that in there. Go to notation mode. You do a whole note. Okay, and out of notation mode. Back to the beginning. There we go. There's the tenor. So that is basically MuseScore in a nutshell. So there's a lot of things you can do. There are many different options for part writing. This is just the basics on how to insert things in here. The guide that Daniel showed you a little bit ago has everything you could possibly, all the information you need. Of course, if you have specific questions, if you comment, we will definitely answer them.
We'll do our best to answer them.
We'll do our best to answer them. Believe it or not, I do not know everything about MuseScore, so I'm still learning myself. But what you can do, let's say you're finished, the score, your masterpiece is complete, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, Fantasy is complete, and you want to export it. So first we're going to save it because that's important. We're just going to file, save, just the project as a project. And let's say, you know what, I'm ready to dispense my sheet music to people. So you go to Save As. So you don't go to Save As. You go to Export. And you're going to export it as a PDF file. And what that will do is let anyone who has access to view PDFs the ability to see and print it. And so you can save it it will export it to that. Let's say, though, you want to give a version they can listen to while looking at the part. MuseScore, as you can hear, has note sounds, MIDI note sounds. It uses what they call a sound font. That's a whole other explanation for another video, what a sound font is. But it uses sounds that mimic instrument sounds. They're not the best, but people can get a general idea. So if you hit export and you go to MP3 or WAV or OGG, those are all audio types. These are all audio types. Standard MIDI file too will work, but usually MP3 is what I choose. And just for simplicity's sake, choose the desktop, and we will save it as an MP3. You'll see it's exporting. And we will double click it on our desktop. And there we go. There's our fantasy on row, row, row your boat right there. That is MuseScore in a nutshell. Anything else you'd like me to touch on, Daniel?
No, you did an awesome job.
Oh, well, thank you.
So let's bring it back to us.
There we go.
Hi.
We're back.
So, again, any questions you might have on general use of MuseScore, if you post them or give us a call at the library or email us at asknpl@eodls.org, we can try to answer those as best we can. But in the guide, there is almost everything you need, although 237 pages can be a little overwhelming.
Yes.
So take it in small steps.
Yeah.
I should say, I am the voice of the Unconventional Library podcast. Listen to it. SoundCloud.com. Unconventional Library. Search.
It's actually pretty good. You guys should listen to it. At least try to.
If you listen to it, you might be on it one day.
That too.